J-Man here for another comic book review. XO Manowar Unconquered number 3. Number 3 is always important in a comic series because that's where things either start to get picking up or they're kind of leveling off and you're like, ooh, this isn't for me. Where does this stand? Well, we're going to review this using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 to 2. 2 is the best you can get in a category. If I give a perfect score to the storyline of this comic, that doesn't mean that the storyline of this comic is better than the entire run of Alan Moore's Watchmen or Dark Knight Returns. It just means that for your money, how much does this comic cost? $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, $3.99. For $3.99, what kind of value are you getting? I'm comparing this comic to the other 2 issues of XO Manowar. Disclaimer, I've only read 3 issues of Manowar. These 3. That's it. I know nothing about this here. I'm brand new. I did go back and I tracked down a couple of digital copies of some of the original XO Manowar stuff. I started reading that, but I'm just really busy. Everybody knows I'm doing my Superboy stuff. I'm doing my Legion of Superheroes stuff. I love West Coast Avengers. I like to reread that every so often. There's so many comics that I'm into, so it's tough to get through everything. I'm trying, but let's get back to talking about number 3. So if you've been seeing my other reviews of XO Manowar 1 and 2, I really like those 2 issues. I gave them high praise. This one, I don't know. It's not going to be a 9 or a 10. Let's break it down. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. I think I gave the storyline a 2 perhaps last time. I'm giving this 1.5 because I feel that that's still above average. If you get a 7 or 8 on a comic, that's really good. 5 or 6 is kind of a pass. 7 or 8 is really good. So this is definitely going to get into the really good category. But I'm starting to get kind of a bit lost as to what's exactly going on. That just could be because I don't know about XO Manowar, but I'm a little lost now. So they captured him. They want the armor. That's kind of all that's happened. He's just hanging around. I feel like this didn't progress anywhere. I guess we saw that the Romans they're trying to make their own armor and it's just not working out, or the hosts can't connect to it or something. So yeah, that's all that's really happened here. And I felt like they should have really they did expand this a little bit. I don't know. I feel like in the pacing here, I'm going to give it a 1.5 because this will tie in. So I'm giving 1.5 for story, 1.5 for pacing. Again, good pacing, but I feel that perhaps these 3 issues could have been done in 2 issues. And then whatever happens in 4, we could have already started. Because I feel that this is just sort of a bit okay, they're making their suits. We could have seen that before. There's a little bit of a fight in the beginning, nothing too crazy. And then it is really panely a lot, but I mean, that is the style, so I'm not really knocking that. Let's get into the artistry. I'm going to give the artistry a 2. I'm going to give the artistry a 2 out of 2. I really like the art in this. I was going to give it a 1.5 because it's kind of dark, so you really need to have good lighting. Now, I do have good lighting, but I turned off my lights here and I closed the blinds to just sort of regular room lighting, and it was hard to see. It doesn't affect me. I'm just letting the audience, I'm just letting you guys know that. But the art's pretty badass otherwise. I wish it was a little bit lighter, but otherwise it's pretty damn badass. So yeah, and this cover's awesome. So 2 out of 2 for the artistry. Characters, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I really like Eric. He's good. Yeah, I like all the characters in this, but I'm not loving them. Right now, I always think about action figures because, I kind of like action figures. If they made action figures of this series, 100% buying Eric, 100%. The others, maybe not. That's where I'm at. So that's why I can't go and give this a perfect score in that, okay? And then for the enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 1.5 as well. So that's a 3, 6, 7. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. Now, I believe issues 1 and 2 scored a 9 or a 10 or definitely more than 8. So this was a bit of a step down. The other thing, too, is the pages are a bit wavy again. And they were like that on my last comic. And some people in the comments did say that theirs weren't like that. But where's the quality control on this? That really pisses me off. And I mean, Valiant, like, come on, guys, what the hell is this? Like, again, maybe it's my shop, but I've been using that shop forever, and every other comic I bought is fine except the 2 issues of XO Manowar. So, I mean, I suppose it could be my shop for just those 2 comics, but I don't know. That seems weird, right? However, 8 out of 10 is really high. I'm still really enjoying this. I'm definitely going to get the next issue. I don't see myself canceling this, but I could see myself going to digital only. I do have limited space. Every comic book adds up, so this may eventually become a digital thing only, and then I might not do many reviews on it. Usually I like to show people the physical comic, or if I show you a digital comic, it's a comic that I'm planning to buy. Like sometimes for DC, I wake up and I get a digital copy, and I can get a digital copy right away at pretty much at midnight. So I wake up at 7 or 6 or whatever, and I can have it. And then I'm going to the shop that day to buy the physical copy anyways. And Marvel gives you a digital copy with their physical copies, though I don't buy many Marvel comics. So sometimes I'll show you, just to get a review out quickly, I'll show you through the iPad. But usually I like to show you the real book, so for my reviews at least. But I'll definitely get the next one. So we're going to see how it goes. I wish this would have stepped up a little bit, but it's still really damn good. I didn't buy any Marvel. I did buy New Mutants this week because I buy everything with New Mutants, but I haven't been reading it, and I don't even care to. I'm just buying it I literally buy it, bag it, and put it in the box, which is really kind of a waste of money and sort of stupid. But Superman and New Mutants, I'm a sucker. Anyway, yeah, I still really like this a lot, better than anything that I read from Marvel or whatever, and better than most of the DC stuff, but not the Superman stuff. The Superman stuff's been really good lately. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Manowar Unconquered. Number 3, what did you think? Because I know this has its following and has a lot of hardcore fans, so I might be missing something, and I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. So if I've missed something, you can let me know. My personal opinion is 8 out of 10. That's still damn good. So, and my rating system's pretty harsh, though I have been given a couple of 10s recently, which you might think I'm crazy. But remember, I'm comparing this to the other 2 issues. I'm not comparing this to Superman or Batman or Avengers or something. It's just being compared to the other 2 issues, and I felt that this one wasn't as good. I almost feel like 2 and 3 could have been combined into one. But anyways, that's it. All right, guys, until next time.